What was the most demanding about it?
Demanding about the race?
Yeah.
The last 50 for sure, you know. I felt like I came off the first 320 in a good position, you know, in a competitive position against, you know, the field, but the last 50 really got me good. Tightened up real bad, but you know, I got a lot to work on still.
How are you able to string together back-to-back 44s?
You know, I just listened to my coach. He says, execute the race and just believe in yourself, and it just kind of like worked out. But I think what really helped me this weekend was the recovery day. You know, I did a lot yesterday recovery-wise. I come in the truck, stretching a lot, full workout, and just a lot of table time. So I feel like that's probably the biggest thing that helped me to recover for this race.
What was your goal for today?
I was really aiming for top 3, going for a huge PR, but I fell a little short of what my expectations, but can't really be mad because I had a pretty rough season. So, you know, just coming out here and be able to perform well, PRing and coming in 4th at NCs is just a great accomplishment for me given the status of my season.
Yeah. Michael, Jill, and I were talking about. I mean, you open up the dual meet, right? And now you find yourself here. You know, top guy in the conference after a conference championship here, back-to-back PRs. I mean, I know you set the bar incredibly high, but when you think about how late it started and the rocky road, I mean, how satisfying is it that you're here, an All-American as a freshman running a lifetime best?
It's really satisfying, coming out here, given the status of my season. Just being able to compete with these guys and come out All-American is really accompanying. It gives me motivation and is reassuring. So, the outcome of today was a little bit disappointing, but it's reassuring at the same time, knowing that wishing that I could have had the rest of my season that I wanted. But given what I had, I feel like I executed. Had a successful first collegiate season, almost. I'm not really done yet, but yeah.
No, I know. So speaking of, so what have you and Coach Watts, Coach Carroll talked about? What the plan's going to be at USA's? Are we going to see a drop back down to the 2? Are you going to stay in the 4?
Honestly, it's a great question. I have no idea.
Okay.
We'll find out. I'll probably ask her now, right after this. See what she thinks. Depending on what she says and what both my coaches say, probably my parents, even my high school coach, they'll all probably have a little input.
Okay.
And find out what's best for me to make it to the next level.
Would you be excited about the prospect, having now run back-to-back 44s, of going back down to the 2 and see if that number 19 can come up?
Oh, definitely. The 200 is my favorite event, just given the distance and just the feeling of it overall. So I mean, it's kind of exciting to see. I'm really curious to see what I'm capable of running the 200 now.
Was the injury why you ended up focusing more on the 4 this season?
Yeah. I had a lot of trouble torquing my hamstring, so when I was being a little aggressive on the ground, so when it tightened up and I'd feel a little bit, so we got to back it down a little bit. So they just told me to focus on the 400 this year.
I mean, did that aspect? Through Pac-12's regionals in here, was everything okay with that? Did you feel like it responded the way it needed to?
Yeah. I had a long recovery process. Went through great rehab with my trainer, Dunford, and we just worked together, and I feel like my hamstring healed by the time I got to Pac-12. I was feeling 100% confident in my hamstring, and I had no fear or doubt about what I was capable of doing or what my hamstring would allow me to do.
As amazing as the present is, when we look at that top 5 and we see 3 freshmen, with Akeem and Nathan as well, how much does that fire you up about the prospect of saying, okay, well, we could develop something really outstanding over the next few years?
I feel like after given this year, I feel like the standard for all the track events, the 100, 200, even the 400, are going up through the roof. With great new talent coming in next year, and talent that's remaining here next year, I feel like the standards for 400 and all the sprints are just going to remain high and stay high for the rest of the time.
Okay.